Hello everyone, peace of Christ to all. Today we will speak about the virgin birth of Jesus. You know, Christmas is coming, so I said to myself, let me speak about this topic and try to enlighten people about some issues in Islam. Some issues can prove to us easy that Islam is a false religion. Now somebody will say to me, oh, Islam says that Jesus is born of a virgin and still you are saying it's false? So what? Trust me, Satan, he knew all those stories. Satan, he knew that Jesus is God. He knew that he is born of Mary. He knew Satan is powerful. Does that mean that he is good? No. If Satan acknowledged to me saying, oh, okay, this is the Son of God, does that mean he is good? No. So let us make it clear that Muhammad, when he did use those stories, he used them to fool you, not to guide you. You know, as I mentioned many times before, if somebody want to kill somebody by poison, he will put the poison in the best of his food, not in the toilet seat, because he knew that his tongue will never go there. If you know that your enemy, he never eat meat, are you going to give him a dish of chicken and you have a poison in it? No, you know he will not eat meat. So what do? You ask what kind of food he like. Then that dish is going to be the one he will kill you with. This is exactly what Muhammad did. He knew the dishes, the delicious ones you like. He knew the delicious name you love. So he used them. The Virgin Mary, Jesus, Moses, Abraham. Those are names used to misguide you, not to guide you. It's the same as those scam. You know, they send you a Rolex watch for $50. It says there Rolex, but it's not. So they use the name. Why? Because here we go, the fake one, they would love the fake thing. You know, who is the fool in this world who will believe that Rolex can be sold for $50? If you believe it, it's mean you are a fool. And if you buy it, it's mean you are trying to fool others, trying to make them believe that the watch in your hand is real Rolex. You are a fake person, you are a liar. So Muhammad, he took those names to use them against you, not for your benefit. And Muhammad approved some stories from the Bible because he want to fool you, not because he want to guide you. Now, in this topic today, I'm going to focus on something very important. You know, all of us, we knew that the Quran speak about the virgin birth of Jesus. Before I speak about this, you know, I want the Christians to remember something, or you know, to ask a simple question to themselves. If the Quran never spoke about the virgin birth of Jesus, what do you think the Muslims will do? What do you think, let us say, Ahmad Didat will do? Ahmad Didat, he will go on the stage, he will say, those dummy Christians, they believe that Mary, she was giving birth to Jesus as virgin, but the fact she's not. But Didat did not say that. He never mentioned this. Why? Because the Quran says, yes, she was a virgin. So the Muslims do not make fun of your belief, because in this point they share that belief with you. What I'm trying to say to you, if Muhammad, he put a word in here, says Mary, she gave birth to the Son of God, his name is Jesus, by virgin birth, no Muslim will say that Jesus is not the Son of God. The Muslim do not question this miracle or this amazing thing, because simply the Quran mentioned it. So if the Quran mentioned one sentence is more saying that Jesus is the Son of God, the Muslims will agree with you that Jesus is Son of God. So it's not about because it's logic, it's not logic, it cannot be, it can be. No, it's just because Muhammad, he said no. If Muhammad say yes, all the Muslim will say yes. Let us make it simple. Those people, they never follow because they believe, they follow because they have to. Actually, most of the Muslims do not believe. Muslims are slaves. Slaves don't believe. The slaves don't have the right to believe or not. You know, like imagine a king, he asks his slave, hey slave, do you believe I should let you go? Who cares if you believe or not, you idiot? I am your king, I will do whatever I want, I own you. Muslims are a slave nation. It's a nation of slavery. They choose, some of them they choose, some of them they mean forced to. And actually, I believe that all of them, at the end, they are forced to, because this mafia, this gang, if you try to leave this religion, they will kill you. This religion is about terrorism, whatever the word mean. I'm not, they say to you Islamophobia, and this is false. Actually, the one who have a phobia is the Muslims. It is the Muslim, they get offended if you eat pork. It is the Muslim, they think if they touch a dog, they have to wash 7 times. They have the phobia. It is the Muslims who think that you are dirty, so you cannot enter the city of Mecca. And imagine if we have a sign in the front of New York says dogs and pigs and Muslims cannot enter the city of New York. It is them who have the phobia. Muslims, they curse us 5 times a day when they recite Al-Fatiha. 5 times a day. The first thing in the morning a Muslim he will mention your name as a Christian, as a Jew. Not like chapter 1 verse number 7. Not like those who they are lost and the one is cursed. The one is lost is the Christian, the one is cursed is the Jews. 5 times a day, the first thing the Muslims they do in the morning with their phobia is cursing us. Even their prayer is a prayer of cursing. Even when they asked Muhammad to debate, Muhammad, he said, bring your children, I bring my children, bring your wives, I bring my wives, and let us invoke God to curse the one is lying. Even the way of proving who is lying is about cursing. Islam is a curse. It's an evil religion. But in here, our topic today is about why this miracle or this story exists in the Quran. I challenge any Muslim to tell me what is the point of this miracle. Somebody will say it's the point of the miracle. It's a miracle. No, just wait. God do miracles, for a reason. And actually the Quran speak about the reason in the Quran in the chapter of Al-Isra. Let me show it to you. When the people of Muhammad, they challenge him to bring a miracle, Muhammad, he have to come with this excuse saying that we refrain from sending miracles because people of former generation, they rejected them. You can read different translation if you want. You can go to Yusuf Ali, which all the translation, by the way, for me, they are false translation. Not even one Islamic translation is correct. Actually, even the Muslim themselves, they refuse any translation to be a correct translation of the Quran, because they knew that not even one Muslim he was honest in the translation, because those books are made to fool the Western, not to teach the Western. Now, supposedly Allah speaking here, he said, and we refrain from sending signs, which mean miracles, only because men of former generations treat them as false. So what the point of God is of Islam sending signs? Is to prove that He's God. This is the point of sending miracles. The miracle is not done for just fun. The miracles are done to prove that this is a man I'm sending to you, is a prophet of God. Believe him. So in the Quran, Allah is saying, I refrain to send more miracles, that's it, because you don't believe it anyway. Which prove Muhammad to be a false prophet, by the way. And which prove that every Muslim claim about miracles in the Quran is false, because if Allah is saying in there in the Quran, if He is saying that He refrained from sending miracles, as you see, refrain, that's it, He don't send miracle and He will not send miracles. So then how the Muslim, they say to us the Quran is a miracle? Like, don't Allah knew that this book is a miracle itself? You see, it's a contradiction. How you say you are not going to send miracles if the Quran itself is a miracle? If those words are miracle, which are not miracle, by the way, it's very, the Quran is full of mistakes, full of error, full of grammar mistakes, spelling mistakes. It's a disaster. So Allah refrained from sending miracle because people of former generation did not believe in them. And actually, this statement alone proves Islam is to be false. Because name for me, who are those who God sent them miracles and they rejected? All the Christians believe in the miracles of Jesus. All the Jewish believes in whatever happened, miracles to Moses and the prophets. They did not reject them. Right? And there is no way to say that all the people rejected. As an example, even in the time of Jesus, when Jesus he did many miracles for the Jews, a lot of them they accepted. Actually, most of the Jews today, they became Christians. Some people, they say the Jews rejected Jesus. False. The majority of the Jews, they are Christian today. What we have today is what they left over. This is why the nation of the Jews is not a big nation, because the majority of them, they became Christians. So people, they accepted the miracle of Jesus. Even the Jews, actually the first one who accepted Jesus is the Jews. If those Jews who did not follow Jesus, me myself, I will not know about Jesus. The one who Jesus said to them, go and teach and preach and baptism the whole world in the name of the Father and the Son, the Holy Spirit, those they were the Jews. It is the Jews who taught us about Jesus. It is the Jews who accepted Jesus. It is the Jews who spread Christianity in the world. It's a fact. So this is an excuse. Then we need to ask ourselves, okay, then, so what the point of the virgin birth of Mary? If the point of every sign, every miracle Allah He sent is because people, they should believe in it, huh? Well, according to Islam, the Jewish, they rejected Jesus and they did not believe in it. Now, do Allah knew that they will not accept this miracle? Look in here. Allah, He refrained from sending more miracles because people are rejected. That means if Allah knew that they were rejected, He will never send them. That proves that God of Islam cannot be God. Why He is not sending more miracles? Because they don't accept it. So if Allah knew that they will not accept it, He will not send those miracles. Very simple. Allah, He is sending miracle for people to prove to them who is He, and because they don't accept those miracles, He refrained. He hit the ground with his foot like a child and He said, you know what, I will not do it, I will not do it. No more, no more. And He is making a point in here because they treated them as false. So if those people treated them as real, Allah will send more. Which means if Allah knew that those people would treat them as false, Allah will never send those miracles, which means Allah cannot be God. But later, because He noticed that He sent miracles, people, they refuse it, so He decided to refrain. So He refrained due to their treatment, which means it's a reaction of their action. If Allah knew their action, He will not do that action anyway. If He knew their reaction to it, I send miracle, you reject it. If Allah knew that, He will not send those miracles because He knew they will not work. And that is showing us how silly this God of Islam is. Because if you think about the miracles of Jesus, if Allah is sending miracles and He wants people to believe it, right? Okay, great. Which is you know, when Allah He says that the people refrain from believing in it, or the people treat them as false, is false. There's a 3 billion Christian today, they believe that Jesus is born of a virgin. There's a 3 billion Christian today, they believe that Jesus is a son of God and He's God on earth. There's a 3 billion, they believe that Jesus, He will resurrect people from death. So where are the people who reject it? What is God is talking about? If the 3 billion don't count for you, so what is going to count? Actually add 1 billion to them, the Muslims. That will make it 4 billions. Because the Muslims believe that Jesus, He resurrect people from death. The Muslims believe that Jesus, He did heal the lepers, make the blind see. He can tell you even what you hide. He is speaking in the cradle. So if people don't believe in the false in those miracles, treat them as false, how come Muslims, they believe in them today? When they are past miracles, they don't exist in their time, they never saw them. You see how stupid this argument is? Muslims today believe in those miracles of Jesus and they never witnessed them. But Allah is saying that, oh, I'm not going to do more miracles because people refuse to accept them.